I thought the American ideal was freedom, free expression, First Amendment. You have opinions, you have perspectives, and you have science even to back it up. Yet, as we've talked also, selenium manufactures supplements. They can't even speak the truth about selenium's protective role, protecting, preventing cancer, or reversing it. Even though it's scientifically documented and factually based on the peer-reviewed journals, you're not allowed to put that on the label. If you sell it in the health food store, you can't speak the truth. You can't utter the truth in America anymore because we have basically synthetic tyranny has descended upon us. And then in follow-up to another story we've been covering here on the Savage Nation, this is about the attack on raw milk.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right, raw milk. The freedom to just basically access something, milk as it's been grown on planet Earth, via cows or goats or wherever you want to get your milk from. And the news out of Wisconsin is not good. There was a big push by the people of Wisconsin, the small family farmers, to say, hey, we want raw milk. Simple as that. Well, it turns out that the governor of Wisconsin vetoed, even though it had passed both houses in Wisconsin, governor vetoed the bill.
What?
Yeah, according to this study, veto bars most raw milk sales in dairy-rich Wisconsin. Now, this would have been a huge win for small family farmers because Wisconsin is, the heart of the dairy belt. And here, this veto bars most raw milk sales in that dairy-rich state. Now, quote from the article, bill supporters argued that pasteurization, which kills harmful bacteria and extends shelf life, depletes milk of beneficial nutrients. We know that. That's scientifically validated. No big surprise. I continue, though. Quote here from the article. Opponents, including the dairy industry, say the threat of E. coli or salmonella should take precedent. Now, let's think about this. Let's use our noggins here and take this apart and say, you know what? If big agribusiness, if big dairy really wanted to have a competitive advantage, they should be all for the promotion of raw milk. Why? Because according to them, they say it's going to be loaded with E. coli, loaded with salmonella. And would that not give a great competitive advantage to those that are pasteurizing? I think everybody would be, we can't have raw milk, everybody's dying. Of course, they know the truth. They know the facts. That's why they need big government, even on the state level, to protect their monopoly so that all milk is equally pasteurized and devoid of the nutrients that are so critical, or they have to add the synthetic nutrients back in afterward. And the reality, as we've covered here, is that we didn't have loads of these problems with unpasteurized raw milk. It's been happening with the pasteurized variety. And they couldn't have people knowing that. So they demanded, and they got their monopoly.
Right.
And I talk about these industries that have a monopoly. They're so wussy and wimpy that they can't compete in the free market that they go to government for special privileges. They should be embarrassed. Because if it were really prevalent, the E. coli and salmonella in raw milk, you think that big dairy would have a competitive advantage over those small family farmers. So we know the real reason that raw milk is outlawed is to prevent competition to their monopoly. And monopoly is un-American. Of course, we realize that when the government is so big that it can give you everything you want, it is big enough to take away everything you need, as evidenced with the attack on dietary supplements. Right now, one of the finance reform bills that came out of the House went to the Senate. Now it's passed. It is now in the committee to basically, they got to meet both of the sides. And one of these things Henry Waxman did, he put an anti-supplement aspect to give the FTC powers to wipe out the dietary supplement industry. We've talked about this as well. This is another thing that we see. By putting all of our faith in big government to regulate everything, of course, what happens is we lose our freedom. And freedom isn't always pretty. There's some things that are kind of nasty that happen in that way. But it's a lot preferable, in my opinion, Michael, to fascism, to socialism, to communism. I'll take freedom any day of the week. All right, as we're wrapping up this week's update, Michael, I appreciate the opportunity. I have to guess now that the liberals are clearly not listening. They must all be on Viagra because the news is Viagra is causing sudden hearing loss. And that may be something that's going on that side, that they can't hear the truth of the facts, and they don't want us to have the freedom to choose natural healing modalities, and including the raw milk that I believe heartily and hopefully, if you will, is the healthy way to go for those that like to drink milk. So check out more information. I've got links up at the blog at robertscottbell.blogspot.com. Appreciate the opportunity to share this message of freedom.
Thanks for the report, Robert. Savvy.